Welcome to Digital 808 Storytellers, a program for Maui County student filmmakers. I'm Shayra. During this program, we're going to show you the winning entries from our 2022 video contest. In addition, you'll get a chance to see some of the best digital films from Maui County students. So, just what is Digital 808 Storytellers? Well, it's really two things in one. First, it's a web resource specifically designed for Maui County video students to see work done by their local peers. They have many videos created by students from schools like Baldwin, Lahaina Intermediate, King Kekaulike High School, and more. The other part of Digital 808 Storytellers is each year they host a contest for Maui County schools where students can win new video equipment for their school. Isn't that awesome? Did you know Hawaii video students often rank among the best in the nation? Hey, let's check out some of the mini documentaries that were submitted.
I've always looked up to my sister. When we were young, I wanted to follow in her footsteps. That's probably why in kindergarten I announced that I was going to be a sea monster when I grew up. Annie had told me she was going to be a mermaid, and I thought that a sea monster was a pretty good match. I actually can't remember a time when we weren't laughing, goofing around, or getting in trouble together. Every childhood memory has Annie woven into it. She's my big sister, my partner in crime, my best friend. But about 6 or 7 years ago, it became pretty apparent that I wasn't going to be following in her footsteps. She began carving a path that was uniquely her own. So I picked up a camera and started documenting her pursuit of her dreams.
One word that I would use to describe Annie.
One word? I don't know.
Determined.
Enthusiastic.
Inspiring.
Soulful.
Brave? She's pretty brave.
Driven.
One word that I would use to describe Annie is water woman.
I can't really remember a time I wasn't in the ocean. Growing up, Mom and Dad took us to the water constantly. We spent every weekend on the west side of Maui surfing pretty much all day long. My dad would push me in the waves and my mom would catch me in the shore break before I'd hit the beach and then I'd paddle back out. My brother and I grew up doing that, so I think that's where I really kind of found my close connection with the ocean. And then when I got introduced to the sport of stand-up paddling, that's when I really got the bug for, I think being in the ocean, not just like for fun, but doing it potentially as a career and competitively. And then from there on, I got more and more sports under my belt.
In general, to be a really top-level water athlete, you just gotta put in time. And that means even if the conditions are bad, you go out and you have a good time. And if you have a love for the ocean, you love doing all the different sports, that just comes naturally. So beyond that, gym training, pool workouts, all that stuff helps, but at the end of the day, if you're not putting in your time, you're not gonna get to that top level.
Yeah. Yeah, Annie's, she spends more time in the water than like anyone I know, so.
Well, Annie's basic day starts out with a morning run and then a surf, and then maybe she'll go winging, and then she'll want to come into the gym, and then, you know, she's trying to squeeze in 4 or 5 workouts into one day, a lot of days of the week.
I would say that Annie's the epitome of a water woman, because I don't know if I've seen any girl take it to that level where she is proficient at literally everything. She's arguably one of the best wingers in the world, male or female.
Foiling winging, it's such a new sport, and I think it's caught on so quickly, and there's so many people getting into it, and it's really cool because I think it's progressing so fast. And it'll be really fun to look back in a couple years and say, yeah, that's kind of cool, I was at the beginning of that sport, and see exactly where it goes, because I think it's going to go a lot farther than it already has.
The feeling I get is that Annie really enjoys riding big waves. And I think that's the only way you could truly become the best at riding big waves, is you really gotta love it. And I think there has to be something deep inside you that drives you to go out there, besides the external pressures of sponsorships, winning competitions. I think that's all sort of icing on the cake.
I'd say, you know, the biggest platform is big waves, and she's only getting better. Like, the difference between 3 years ago and now of her big wave surfing is night and day. And I think it's just because she spent so much time in the ocean, she can read it so well, and she does all these different sports that really help her.
I think I find myself so in love with big wave surfing and in love with the ocean when the waves are that size, just because of the power of Mother Nature. I've always loved being in nature, and I think it's at its most raw form when it is like that. It has this sense of anger and beauty, and it's really, really special to be out there.
The question I'm probably asked the most often is, are you terrified with her being out there? And I would be lying if I said I was not frightened every time she went out, and that it didn't cause me anxiety. But in the end, we know that she's put in her hours, that she's dedicated, that she's prepared, and she's done everything within her power to be ready to be in those conditions.
I don't think I'll ever grow tired of being in the ocean. It's what I want to do every single second of every single day. I want to be out there no matter what the conditions look like and what it's doing. And so I think, you know, being able to compete in all these different sports and have the ability to be out there no matter what it looks like really helps with all of that. And yeah, it's hard to put into words because it's just such a special feeling, and I think it's something that deep down I know it's what I love and it's what I want to do, and I'm going to continue to pursue that path and see where it takes me.
Sometimes when I'm behind the lens, I get this objective view of Annie, like I'm not her brother at all, like I'm seeing her for the first time. And And what I see is a force, this powerful, courageous, determined person following her passion, undeterred, unstoppable. These days, I no longer aspire to follow in her footsteps, or to be a sea monster for that matter, but I will be at her side, cheering for her every step of the way as she pursues her dreams.
Just get to work and be quiet, please.
There's a lot of yelling going on in here, and then the teacher tells everyone to stop talking, and then it gets noisy again. And then it goes on like that for quite a long time.
I hate walking to my classroom and seeing a sign or somebody tells me, oh, Miss K isn't here or this teacher's in here, and I have to go, what? And then I have to walk all the way back, and then I have to sit here and do nothing for an hour.
It's kind of not fun being just doing the computers every day. It's more fun if you're with a teacher teaching you.
And where is this? The cafeteria at Maiwana Intermediate School. They are here because of a serious teacher and substitute shortage. So when teachers are out, which is more often now with COVID, up to 6 classes are sent to the cafe to be monitored by administration, and students do work via Google Classroom.
I do feel kind of sad because I do like participating in class, and it's really boring just staying in the cafeteria and working on what the teacher assigned us to do.
Even teachers agree with this.
I'm sure it's no fun. I could only imagine if I were a student, I would just stuck in front of my Chromebook for possibly 2 or maybe more classes a day.
I still think they'd rather be in a classroom than when they're stuck in cafeteria for their math class or whatever class, and they go cafeteria. That's gotta be tiring.
But both teachers and vice principals also have new jobs on campus.
If it's not into their own classroom, I put a sign on the doors where they should go. And that usually takes up the entire morning before school starts. When we don't have enough teachers, I will have the classes of students go to the cafeteria.
Not here? You can see that I have a wheel class, and I don't normally have wheel classes. And so since we came back for third quarter, probably 90% of the days I'm helping to cover someone else's wheel.
But the students are affected the most.
I feel like I could have learned a lot more if my actual teachers were here to teach me instead of just making us do online assignments by ourselves in the cafeteria.
Definitely different, and it makes me feel more disappointed than before because I really don't like staying in the caf.
But no matter the circumstances the new normal brings, the students will always persevere.
Nobody's had an easy time with the past 3 years, and we just have to do the best we can. The best we can won't look like it did pre-COVID, but we just gotta keep moving forward.
This is Sarah Rossetti from Maiwana Intermediate School for Hikino.
My name is Derek Sebastian. I'm a ukulele artist, singer, songwriter, composer, producer, and friend. Well, my childhood growing up in Kahului, a lot of childhood friends hanging out, skateboarding, playing baseball in the streets. That led to baseball on the field, and just grew up loving sports. My asthma got really bad in 6th grade where I was pulled away from sports, and what happened was I had nothing to do. And when that happened, it was like a shock to me, not being active at all. And lo and behold, my school security was playing his ukulele, Mr. Sam Ellis, and I remember I was in awe, I was like, wow, this is so cool. He has an ukulele, he's making it sound good, he's playing it. And I thought, man, this is so awesome, because I was so active in sports. All of a sudden, everything was just taken away, and I wasn't feeling well. My asthma was bad, and all of a sudden, I found the ukulele, and it just gave life to me, and it inspired me, and I started to, play songs that made me happy. If I was sad, I would play sad songs. If I was feeling the good vibes, I would play reggae songs, and It just gave me the option to emote. It allowed me to emote to where it just felt good. And the ukulele just gave me that direction, to help me find my way. From then on, the ukulele has been with me ever since. The biggest takeaway, or at least the best advice I could possibly tell somebody, is to always believe in yourself, is to always realize that you're on earth for a reason. You have a purpose to fulfill. You're not here to just wake up, live, and then go to sleep. You're here to make a difference. And whatever that may be, then you go after it and you make that happen. You find something that you are being fulfilled by, and you change the world by doing that.
Home. It is often defined as a place where one lives with 4 walls and a roof. For me, a home is more than where one lives. A book once taught me, home isn't a set house or a single town on a map. It's wherever the people who love you are, whenever you're together. Not a place, but a moment, and another, building on each other like bricks to create a solid shelter that you take with you for your entire life, wherever you may go. Year after year, I reminisce about the people that I have lost. They were and are some of the most important people in my life. I wanted to go back in time and rewrite everything leading up to the loss of them, to mend the broken pieces of my home. But what would going back in time fix, besides having the same outcome happen? That's when it hit me. In the past years, I have failed to realize that I have met the most amazing people and animals that have made me the happiest I could have ever been. Whether they may be near or far, these amazing people and animals are my definition of home.
Forever you'll be my girl. I get lost when I sing. It's a deep love and appreciation for something that was probably instilled in my DNA and our family history, and it's something that I can't really describe, but really once you have it, you can't stop.
When I think about the times we shared, it wasn't long, but I still care the way you stared at me.
If I'm going to do something, I want to do it well. That's probably some childhood ingrained weird thing that I have. I don't necessarily casually do anything. So when I made the decision to become, in this case, a wedding musician, like I'm all in. I'm going to be the absolute best wedding musician I possibly can be. And part of that is making sure that I please the coordinators. I want to please the couple. I want to be in their mind the best option that they could have gotten. Although it might just be another wedding for us, and I might have done 6 this week. For this particular couple, it's the most important day of their life. And so I can't take it lightly and just phone it in. I need to do the best job I can do, because this is something they're going to always remember. And I can't just go through the motions. I want to make sure I leave them with a good memory that they'll last and be able to take home with them and share with their friends and family for years and years to come. Like, if you're a good singer or a good musician, everyone's going to hire you. In reality, it's more if you are a reliable, stable sound musician, that gets you like 70% of the way. And then your talent and skills push you over the top. And it's a grind, you know, you really have to find balance. I think there's this idea that playing music is something that musicians are just winging. They're doing it on the fly, but they are actually, you know, hyper-focused. They practice hard. It's a skill. It's not just someone that's talented. It takes a lot of effort. A lot of the times it's about just staying there and putting in the work, not giving up early. You know, get through the tough parts, live through the mistakes, and keep on going, and eventually you'll get there.
I was a captain in 2002 in the fire department, and so I've been a captain for about, let me see, that is 12 years before I got promoted to Battalion Chief of Ocean Safety in 2014. The Ocean Safety Bureau under the fire department got started because in about 2012, the Parks and Recreation lifeguards, they lobbied the mayor and the council members on Maui to switch, to move ocean safety from Parks and Recreation to the fire department because they felt that they would get better equipment. Maui and Kauai, 3 out of 4 people who drown are visitors. That's why it's very important for visitors to understand the dangers of the ocean and the mountain, water-related injuries. Because about 40% of first-time visitors to Hawaii have never seen an ocean before. Believe it or not, never seen an ocean before. So that's why it is important for the visitor industry to educate visitors on how to stay safe in Hawaii.
Okay, so what Ocean Safety is doing right now primarily is we staff lifeguard towers. So we've got 12 towers at 9 different beaches here on Maui. They're all staffed with professional ocean safety officers. From 2016 to 2019, that was one of our reporting periods. Over half of all the deaths for non-residents were due to drowning. It was by far, drowning is the leading cause of death amongst visitors here in Hawaii. From 2009 to 2018, it was the 4th leading cause of death for residents here.
So one of my biggest accomplishments is bringing the rescue tube program to Maui. It started on Kauai in 2008, and then when I had a conference in 2014 on Kauai, learned about it, I made it my mission to bring that program to Maui because I saw how effective it was to save people from drowning. And right now we have about 175 rescue tubes around the Maui coast. So the rescue tube, all it does is a flotation device so you can grab onto and when you're tired, because the people who are drowning, they know how to swim, but why they're drowning is from exhaustion. They're fighting the current, trying to get in, they're panicking. So all the rescue tube does is give them a chance to rest and not get pounded onto the rocks or by the waves.
I think it's great. It's undoubtedly an effective public safety initiative. We've saved in the neighborhood of 20 lives. And this is something that's important to keep in mind. You save a life, you're not just saving one person. You're saving a family. Who knows what impact that has on the community.
My name is Penny Thomas. I'm a self-defense instructor, personal trainer, yoga instructor, jiu-jitsu teacher, gymnastics coach, and part-time waitress. I've won world championships 4 times. I've won at every belt level. So I started competing the year after I started training. FILA, grappling championships, no-gi worlds, ski worlds, like any tournament I could compete in. I've been teaching self-defense now for about 20 years. So there wasn't many women teaching, so you know, I transitioned into that role as teaching kids classes and women's classes. And just the satisfaction and joy that I got from teaching women and just giving them you know, a new tool to be able to use in everyday life. I was living in South Africa. I grew up there, and I was attacked. One particular occasion I was stabbed in the chest by an attacker. I didn't know anything about martial arts at all at that stage. I just felt so helpless, and I started training. Every class we do a little bit of stretching, a little bit of strength exercise. I focus a lot on core work, so at least one self-defense technique a day. So I do a variety of attacks, like chokes or bear hugs or wrist grabs. We'll just focus on one or two of them a day and just deal with how to escape and staying calm. And a lot of different martial arts, so I bring a lot of those different sports into the self-defense hour, and we do drills of all different kinds, jiu-jitsu drills, wrestling drills, just to get your body used to the different movements. The purpose of this class is to give women an environment that they feel safe enough to come and learn how to defend themselves. And some people feel very intimidated going into a school with a lot of men, especially if they've been the victim of an attack from a guy. So I think it's really important for a woman to be holding space for other women to come and train. You know, people are sitting on you, rolling around, and it's important to find a comfort in that uncomfortable positioning, just to get you ready for if that happens outside. I'm not just going to freeze up and not know what to do, but okay, I've been here in this situation before, what do I need to do? In a more real life situation, your attacker's not going to stand 2 feet away from you. They're going to be on you, they're going to be grabbing you, they're going to be trying to get you onto the ground, especially us women. They want us on the ground, right? So jiu-jitsu is just uncomparable. It's as somebody on their back being attacked by somebody way bigger, I have the skills to put that person to sleep.
Hi, my name is Asia Lenore Tiguero. I've been training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for about 6 years now. I've been taking Penny Thomas's class for the last, I would say, 4 years. I definitely feel empowered and secured with my self-defense because especially the way Penny Thomas teaches it in such a simplified manner, and it's very practical in the way she explains things. I'm able to execute them as properly, instructed to do so. She trains out of her garage. Penny Thomas is very active on her social medias as well, going to her Instagram and stuff, DMing her. She's very easy to get to and talk to.
Giving women the courage and empowering them to be better and to learn these movements and give them some confidence in situations. It's really enjoyable for me to be able to teach that and give that back to women. It's just really rewarding when I see the women that come in that are kind of a little bit uncomfortable and just being here for 45 minutes or an hour and how excited and happy they are when they learn something that they can use. Just seeing the joy and the satisfaction of knowing that I can help in some small way if something happens to them outside, that they have a little bit more knowledge and maybe some tool that they can use that will help them in real life. There's a lot of skills that you can take away from a class, and I would recommend every mom, auntie, daughter, school kids, college kids, take self-defense, 100%.
This is his picture. Where's this one? Ethan is my only child. He was born on November 30th, 2002. He was 16 years old when he passed away. He died of inhalant abuse. The doctor immediately approached me and said that they could not detect any electrical activity. This is the same thing the paramedics said while they're here. They could not detect any electrical activity. However, there's no traces of alcohol or drugs in his system. The emergency doctor said the same thing. There's no traces of alcohol or drugs in Ethan's system. They just didn't know why he's not responding.
This is tricky. It's a tricky situation. Inhalants are not a drug. People get confused. I mean, this is an example. It's actually It's glue. This is glue, and it's dangerous to inhale. There's all these dangerous things. It's poison. But what happens is the brain, we have oxygen, we're breathing in, and what happens is when you inhale anything, it replaces the oxygen in the brain with whatever you're inhaling. And somebody died from that use.
The lab results coming back saying that Ethan died of inhalant abuse. That's just another level of shock. I never knew. I had no clue. And for some time I beat myself up asking, what have I missed? What have I missed? I asked the doctor, the medical examiner, can you tell me from his results whether it's accidental one-time use or overtime? She said it's probably one-time use. And that in itself is very sad. I wish we could engage society with more conversations about inhalant abuse or any drugs that can be abused, anything that poisons the mind, the body of younger people or people in general. I'd like for people to know that people who use or abuse inhalant or other addictive substances are not bad people. Ethan was not a bad person. They're probably just experimenting or just curious. I was in this situation. Maybe many parents are too. And we just don't know when to bring up this kind of conversation. The most painful part about losing Ethan is accepting the reality of how he died. I guess it doesn't matter now.
I think students are just faced with a lot of things to do that we can never, or we feel that we can never look at a situation differently because of how overwhelmed we are with all of the things that we need to finish.
I would say there is stress in schools. I think like AP classes and like IB classes put like pressure on students to do a lot of coursework that might be unnecessary to them in the future.
I've had this mentality of I need to be the top person in my class if I want to get into so-and-so college, and I need to do this many more dance classes, this many more student council activities, this many more clubs just to out-compete them so that I can get into my dream school.
So I think the pressure exists based on, family pressure to do well and, the expectation to go on to college. Also the pressure with other classmates and students to do well and go to the best colleges.
I come as a product of a grandfather who was a superintendent. That's been honestly one of my biggest pressures to get a 4.0 because every single time I see him, he always tells me to study hard.
Are you listening to what I was telling you? Technically, there shouldn't be any pressure because there's a college that's available for everybody.
Schooling is so important to him, so I wanted to always make it up to him in that sense.
Now I do worry about a lot of students because I do see they don't have the skills, the coping skills to handle all of that pressure of taking, 5 AP classes and still doing extracurriculars and applying to colleges and doing all those things.
Like, I think that we're so focused on having good grades that we're not really focusing on how much we've learned over the past years.
I've seen them just do studies, do homework until 12 o'clock at night. They do homework within the weekends, and they don't know how to balance a proper coping skill for themselves.
Some advice that I wish I'd gotten is that sleep is as important as doing work. The easiest thing for high school students is to mess up your sleep schedule during the day, and then the rest of your day is bad.
I think I wish that I spent more time trying to get to know my peers rather than trying to finish my assignments.
They know who they're competing against, and they try to take the top classes. They try to be involved in the most clubs so that they are at the top of their class, and that in their eyes will help them to get onto a better college.
What I would like the kids to do or have ready for them is to figure out how to balance and experience life first. So definitely finding out from other people what they've experienced and what they've gone through, and understanding the demands.
Some things are not as important as they seem to be, because when you look back on some of the things I was stressed about freshman year, I'm just I would have had a lot more time if I didn't stress myself out.
Rather than trying to make it enjoyable for ourselves, I think we sort of limit ourselves to just getting it done rather than learning more from what we're given.
I don't have regrets in the sense that I feel fulfilled because of what I do, and I love what I do, so it's a two-way thing.
Aloha, my name is Faith Christy Sullivan, and I am a senior in the Arts and Communication CTE pathway. So in the beginning, I started photography at Lokilani, where I joined a photography club provided by STEMworks Hawaii. So being able to capture stories and different communities with the Arts and Communication CTE program and the opportunities to do that allowed me to not just be in love with the creative aspect of it, but also be more grateful and appreciative of the communities around me. So with a lot of the social opportunities that this pathway provided me, it gave me a lot of people skills to learn how to work with others and to collaborate with others, as that was something that I wasn't too familiar with back in middle school. And so to have like-minded people in a pathway, which is super great about CTE, I was able to do all these creative endeavors, but also meet new people and work with them as well. It helped me see the importance of giving people a voice, especially when they feel like they can't share it themselves. I was super grateful for the technical skills because of the equipment that was provided by CTE funding. And so things like DSLR cameras, lighting equipment, sound equipment, is stuff that I never really had that much of in middle school. So that really impacted the way that I produce things and create things. So in the future, I actually hope to stay within Hawaii and go to UH Maui College just to give back to my community. I don't really feel like I'm in a rush to go anywhere else other than Maui, because there's so much I feel like I could tell within the authentic stories here at home. So as I go into the future and graduate soon, I will never truly leave ACOM. ACOM has given me rooted values, so wherever I go and whatever endeavors I do, I'll definitely take the lessons that I've learned into every aspect of my future.
Okay, coming up next are a couple of animations that were submitted. In this category, students must create characters and animate their videos either by hand or using 3D animation software. They've been working really hard on videos just like these.
And that is what you don't want to do. Sleeping is important to our everyday lives. It helps our bodies and minds refresh for the day, as we need at least 8 hours of sleep. An effective way to sleep is to use this 4 to 7 to 8 breathing method, where all you have to do is breathe for 4 seconds, hold it in for 7, and exhale for 8. Before you sleep, you should also use the 3 to 2 to 1 technique. Don't work for 3 hours before bed. No food or drinks 2 hours before bed, and no devices 1 hour before bed. You should also make a sleep schedule. Value your sleep.
No. Do you want like a newspaper?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hello, how may I help you?
Would you like a newspaper?
Yes, please.
Okay, may I also have some water?
Yes. Here you go.
Thanks.
I thought since it was hot, you might like milk better. You are free to leave. Now we bring you this year's public service announcements. These videos are intended to inform or persuade the public about an issue. The work is thought-provoking, and I think you'll enjoy what they've been doing.
Our product rule is such, since none of us have this written down. It is the derivative of F.
School is the most common reason for stress in teenagers. It can cause overall tiredness, frustration, mental distress, and negative thoughts that could lead to anger and depression. Having to catch up to work and several of it from the effects of stress and wanting academic validation due to peer pressure, teens barely set aside time to manage their stress, leading to health risks. It is important to realize that the possibility of your stress is from school. So take action by leaning on others like your friends and family, and by taking a break as much as you need. Don't let the stress take over your well-being.
Thanks. I like your caramel drink.
Do you want some?
Everyone has their favorite place where they are happy and can be healthy. Mine happens to be the beach. I love the beach because you can do so many fun activities. My favorite is surfing. Riding waves makes me feel free and takes my mind off of stressful things. You can have so much fun at the beach that you lose track of time. Every opportunity I get, I spend it at the beach.
I should be more safe and check my bike before I go on this ride. First, you should always have a helmet while riding your bicycle. Second, wear safety glasses. Third, make sure your brakes work smoothly. Finally, make sure you always have water while riding. Now, you're safe to ride. Have fun.
Voting is very important to do in Hawaii. Voting can stop overpopulation in our beaches and restaurants. Hotels are everywhere in Hawaii, and they're only there to house the tourists. Some hotels block off beaches, and they're literally everywhere. Right here is a spot with some restaurants and stores, and there's very limited parking there. But right across the street is a hotel with a bunch of parking, but you're not allowed to park there. You can only park there if you're staying at the hotel. Voting for the right people can stop that. That is why you need to vote.
Okay, good job today, guys. There is no homework. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Traffic safety. Use the safe options. For pedestrians, use sidewalks, use crosswalks and look both ways, and no jaywalking. For drivers, always wear your seatbelt. Be aware of your surroundings, listen to traffic signs, and keep your speed. Mahalo for staying safe.
Hey Dylan, I like your new jacket.
Oh, thanks Trey. Also, I like your flannel.
Thank you.
It's cool to be kind.
Alright, finally we bring you the short films. Entries in this category have been growing over the past several years and the quality of work continues to expand.
Why is it that you avoid it? You never showed that you cared. Not enough. Not when it counted. You never told her how you really felt. And now she'll never know. You act like it didn't happen. You pretend that it wasn't real. It was very real. She's gone. And it's all your fault.
A voice message has been in your inbox for 1 year. Would you like to listen to it?
Playing voice message now.
available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey babe, it is I, obviously. Today is the 23rd. You know what that means. Birthday boy! 18 now. Ew, so old. I know I'll be seeing you in like 2 hours, but I just wanted to leave you a little message before then. I just wanted to say that I am so grateful for all the time that we've spent together. Our adventures, our dates, and even all the times when we weren't doing anything. I have enjoyed every single second of it. You know, when you're with someone that you care about, or even better, when you're with someone that you love, life doesn't feel so heavy. It kind of feels like you have a little ray of sunshine in your pocket wherever you go. I don't know if that sounds... I know that sounds kind of cringy, but you are my sunshine. And if one day there comes a time where we aren't side by side anymore, my hope is that you will live life never forgetting to show everyone that cute little smile of yours, and continuing to carry just a little light with you always. Don't let anyone, including yourself, think that you don't deserve to be happy, because I know you do. Especially today. I mean, it's your birthday, so I hope you're happy today. Speaking of which, I'm very excited for us to drive up to Eel Valley today. I've been wanting to swim up there for a while. Hopefully when we drive back down, we can do like some other stuff, but we can talk about it later, obviously. Anyways, I will see you soon. I love you very, very much. Bye-bye.
I'm so excited to see who my roommates are. I wonder what they'll be like. Hello, is my new roommate here? What is this stupid head doing here?
This is not a stupid head. This is Patricia. Don't touch her. She's mine.
Oh, my name's Julie. What's yours?
I'm Sarah. This is Patricia.
Oh, okay then. Can I put my stuff down?
No, this is me and Patricia's bed. That's your bed.
I'm gonna put my stuff down and take a nap. It was nice meeting you, the two of you.
Patricia said it's nice to meet you too. Have a nice nap.
Thank you. Oh my God!
Good morning, sleepyhead. I forgot to tell you, Patricia has a mind of her own. I think she just wanted to watch you.
Oh, I had a good sleep, I guess. I'm gonna go check out the house now.
Oh wait, I forgot to tell you something. Don't be rude to Patricia. She has a mind of her own. She's mine. Remember that, or else.
Okay, bye. I'm just gonna have a muffin. Today's been weird. Oh, I forgot a knife.
You need a knife?
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go make some coffee. Oh, hi, Patricia. I think I'm starting to regret my decision.
Sammy! You can't run forever! I'm gonna get you!
Oh, Sammy. Had to run away.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the park with Grace and Jake.
Okay, have fun. Hey, don't forget to work on your college applications when you get home tonight.
I will.
How are you doing? So, guys, anything new in your lives? How's your weekends?
Pretty good, yeah. What about you, Grace?
I applied early decision to Stanford.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow. How did that go?
Hopefully good. I feel good. Hopefully they got my application.
Yeah, what are you thinking of studying?
I'm thinking of studying bio.
Bio? Yeah, nice. I'm thinking of going into business. Going to college. I started my app too. Anywhere? Probably California or somewhere along the coast. Yeah, I like the whole layout of the land over there. Yeah, it is. I think it's Stanford's an expensive school.
Hey McKenna, have you started your applications yet? Your applications for college?
Oh. Yeah, they're good. They're fine.
Oh, did you guys hear about Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson?
McKenna, is that you?
Hey, I've got some homework to do, so I'm gonna go downstairs and do it.
Wait a minute. How are those Johns Hopkins applications going?
They're fine.
Oh, hey, Rosie's coming in from Vermont tomorrow.
Okay.
Is anybody home?
Oh my gosh, I have so much to tell you. Come downstairs.
Hi, Aunt Meg and Uncle Doug.
You have to tell me about New York.
Oh, it's amazing. You love it. What?
Your life just sounds so perfect.
What is this?
It's just something I do as like a side hustle to, make money. I mean, I like writing and people pay me. Just don't tell Mom and Dad, okay?
I won't.
So tell me more about New York.
Oh, it's amazing. There's so many people. It's so different from here. And there's just so much more going on, so many more opportunities.
So, Rosie, how are you?
I've been good.
So how's the New York Times going?
It's been really good. I'm really busy. And it's a lot of work, but it's really fun. I'm glad I did it.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
You know, McKenna wants to be a doctor. She's been taking science classes since freshman year.
By the way, how are those Johns Hopkins applications coming?
It's good.
So, Aunt Meg, how's your job going?
It's been good. You know, it's been busy. It's fine.
Okay, so did you want to talk about last night?
I don't know.
So what's going on?
This whole situation's just stressing me out. My parents keep pressuring me to be a doctor, and they think it's my dream, but really it's their dream. And I don't know how to tell them that I don't want to be a doctor because I don't know what I actually want to do. What do you think I should do?
It's okay to know what you don't want to do and still be unsure of what you do want to do. What I'm trying to say is knowing what you don't want to do is already a really good first step. Why don't you try to get out of your comfort zone a little? Maybe take a fun elective or enter a writing contest?
Thank you. What am I doing? Thank you so much for your creative writing submission. Unfortunately, we regret to inform you that your submission has not been selected to go to the finals.
Hey, turns out I lost the writing contest.
I'm sorry, that really sucks.
Thank you. I actually think it's okay. I'm pretty sure along the way I figured things out, and I kind of know what I want to do with my future now. One of the biggest challenges I have faced is grappling with the uncertainty of my future. It was only until recently that I found a passion for writing.
He's not gonna come. We should just leave.
Liana, if you have the opportunity to talk to a missing friend, we take it. Give him some patience.
Yeah, but if he officially left us, then why would he want to talk to us? I just don't get it.
Well, it's a random number that we can assume is him, who wants to talk. Stay in the park at the benches where we used to eat.
What's this? A frickin' scavenger hunt?
Looks like it. Wait, are these the benches by
The old playground. All right, Ko. Game on. I don't get it. Why would a text send us here?
Wow, the best stories were told here.
We ate the best food here, too. What would we even find here? I don't get it. Oh, what's that? A note?
It says, "Did you save some food for me?"
I thought we always did. Why would he say that?
To act like it wasn't me, but it was me because I had the same clothes from school that day.
That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, here. So that was Dora for like.
That's horrible.
And it took me like a year to grow it out nicely because when it grew out in the back.
And there's something in the back as well. A plant connecting two places.
So, an empty Tupperware. Now a plank. This crypticness doesn't seem very Ko-like.
Maybe he hid a lot from what we knew. One thing for sure though is our next stop is the bridge.
Look, Nate, an envelope. An invitation to Faith's 16th birthday party. A plank connecting two places where you left before I even made it.
This bridge, the day of her party. I think I'm remembering.
It's been an hour.
And we can wait.
No, Alan just texted and said half of the food is already gone.
Really? I'm so hungry.
We should just go. Ko's forgiving. He's like that. You'll understand. We did leave him. He was mad about that? Another clue? That's the project planning we worked on. What does it say?
A seat fit for 3. There's plenty of benches here like that.
Yeah, but there's one in particular. And I think I know where it is. Let's go. Look what I found.
Lay. He was hurting.
Hey, Ko, did you finish your part of the project planning?
Yep. Where? I didn't see it.
That's because he didn't do it. Just like how he forgot to pick us up this morning, and how his parents didn't let him go to the falls with us this weekend.
I wonder why.
Kale, what's wrong? Did we do something?
Stop.
Lay.
No, not another one of your excuses, Ko.
Alright. You two have pushed me out far enough, so I guess I'll just leave.
Kale! What the heck?
Sit down, Nate. He'll come back. He always does this. He's just being dramatic.
In this park, atop the highest peak, will you finally see me? I'll be waiting until sunset. Then will I know your answer. Love, Kale.
Nate, we have to look for him now. We didn't save the food for him. We left him, and we became bad friends.
I leave all thoughts, yeah, I let them go. 'Cause I'm here with you, and all I need is you.
Hey Lay. Hey Nate. I wish we could have found closure sooner, but I can't help but ask, what if things were better? What if you saw me, appreciated me, didn't take me for granted? At least, while you still could, because by the time you get this letter, I'll be gone. My mom and I arranged this hunt for you to reflect on where we went wrong, so that in some other life that I'm not in, you just might find me, see me, one last time.
Those videos are great. If you want to see more, check us out online at digital808storytellers.k12.hi.us. That's all for now, but remember our motto: tell us your story.